Ladies and gentlemen, life is full of challenges and progress doesn't always come easily. But the key to success lies in taking consistent daily steps, no matter what obstacles you may face. So, let me share with you some timeless principles that can help you make progress every single day, no matter how difficult life might seem. The first and most important thing to understand is that progress doesn't happen overnight. It is a process. It is about making small, deliberate moves toward your goals day after day without worrying about how far you've come or how long it might take. Every day you have a choice to take one more step forward, even when you feel exhausted, discouraged, or unsure. Making progress isn't about grand gestures. It's about the little, consistent actions that build momentum over time. When you look at successful individuals, one of the most striking things is their consistency. They don't have some secret magic formula. They just keep showing up. They make progress because they know that success is the result of habits compounded over time. What do you want? It all starts with a clear vision of where you want to go. If you don't know your destination, you will never make progress. Don't wait for the perfect moment to begin. Every day is an opportunity to take action, even if it's just a small step. There will always be things beyond your control, but your effort, attitude, and actions are within your power. Take your long-term goals and break them into small, manageable tasks. Focus on completing the next small task rather than worrying about the big picture. Successful people don't rely on motivation alone. They create powerful habits that push them to move forward, even when they don't feel like it. Challenges aren't obstacles. They are opportunities to learn and grow. Each challenge you face is a chance to become stronger and more capable. Keep a record of your daily actions, even the small wins. Tracking progress will keep you motivated and allow you to adjust when needed. Progress isn't always exciting, and the road can get tough, but discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation fades. Failure is a part of success. Don't let setbacks discourage you. Instead, learn from them, adjust your approach, and move forward stronger than before. Every day you make progress, take a moment to acknowledge it. It doesn't matter how small the victory is. It's all part of building momentum toward your larger goal. When you start your journey towards success, the first thing you must do is get clear on exactly what it is you want. You cannot move forward effectively without understanding where you're headed. Too many people wander through life without a clear vision, hoping they'll figure it out along the way, but that's not how progress works. You need a destination, a reason, a purpose that pulls you toward it each day. Clarity is the foundation. It gives you direction. Without it, you'll find yourself drifting, making small steps in every direction and not really getting anywhere. When you know what you want, your actions become purposeful. You make decisions based on where you're going, not just on what's in front of you. This vision acts like a compass, guiding you through the distractions and challenges life throws your way. Think about this. If you're driving somewhere but you have no idea where you're going, you'll end up lost. The same goes for your life. Without a clear goal, you're just passing time. You need to define your destination so that you can align all your energy and efforts toward it. That vision should excite you, inspire you, and keep you motivated even when things get tough. It should be something that makes you get out of bed every morning, ready to work toward it. So take the time to really think about what you want to accomplish. It doesn't have to be a perfect or finalized vision, but it needs to be clear enough to guide your actions. Once you have that clarity, everything else falls into place. Your daily tasks, your decisions, and your commitment to keep going become easy to focus on. When you know where you're headed, you'll naturally start making progress no matter what. Success doesn't come from wishing or waiting. It comes from doing. And the secret to building momentum, to making real progress, is committing to daily action. Every single day, you have to show up and do something that brings you closer to your goal. It doesn't matter if it's a small step, a big leap, or even a stumble. The key is to keep moving forward, one action at a time. It doesn't always have to be grand gestures. In fact, the most successful people understand that small, consistent actions often lead to the biggest rewards. Whether it's reading for 20 minutes a day, writing a page, making that call, or learning something new, these daily actions add up and move you forward. They create momentum. They create habits that, over time, build the character and skills you need to succeed. The key is to make it non-negotiable. You don't try to take action, you do it. It's as simple as that. Commit to the process, trust that the little steps you take today will pay off tomorrow, and keep moving forward. Because when you show up, even on the days you don't feel like it, you're building something far greater than you can see in the moment, You're building the future you want, one action at a time. One of the most powerful things you can do in life is focus on what you can control. Let's be honest, life is full of uncertainties. There are countless things that will happen outside of your influence. Unexpected setbacks, changes in the economy, the behavior of others, and so on. You can't control any of those things, but here's the good news. You don't have to. What you can control is your response, your attitude, your effort, and the decisions you make each day. That's where your power lies. Most people waste time and energy trying to control the uncontrollable. They stress over circumstances they have no say in. But successful individuals know the secret to peace of mind. When you focus on what's within your control, you stop letting the chaos of the world dictate your happiness and productivity. Your response to life's challenges is yours alone. How you handle obstacles, how you approach difficulties, how you manage your emotions, these are things you can absolutely control. You can't control how people treat you, but you can control how you respond to them. You can't control whether things go your way, but you can control how hard you're willing to work to make them go your way. You can't control the past, but you have complete control over what you do with the present and the future. The best part? When you focus on your own actions, you stop wasting time on things that don't serve you. This is where discipline comes in. Your discipline is in your control. Your habits, your work ethic, your daily actions, they're all within your grasp. Instead of letting external circumstances derail your progress, you build systems and habits that help you keep moving forward regardless of what's happening around you. It's also important to remember that the more you focus on your own actions, the more you realize how much power you truly have. There are always things we wish we could change, things we wish we could fix, but trying to control everything outside of ourselves will only leave us frustrated. When you focus on what you can control, you realize how much potential lies within your ability to take action and make decisions. So stop worrying about the things you can't change and start focusing on what you can. You have everything you need to succeed if you focus on yourself, on your attitude, your mindset, and your actions. When you do this, you begin to realize that your success is really up to you, not the world around you. Control what you can, and the rest will fall into place. When you set big goals, it can often feel overwhelming. You look at the mountain in front of you, and the thought of climbing it can make you question if it's even possible. But here's the truth. No mountain is too high if you break it down into manageable steps. The key to achieving anything you desire is to break your goals down into smaller, actionable tasks that you can tackle one by one. It's not about the size of the goal, it's about the consistency of the effort. Think of it this way, if you're facing a huge project, don't focus on the entire project all at once. Instead, ask yourself, what's the first thing I need to do today to move closer to the goal? Whether that's drafting an outline, making a phone call, or even just doing research, you're moving in the right direction. The key to progress is taking that first step, and then the next, and the next, until you've completed the entire journey. When you break it down, you transform a daunting task into a series of smaller, less intimidating ones. It makes the process seem more achievable. You stop focusing on the end result and begin focusing on the work at hand. It also builds momentum. As you check off those small tasks, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment, and that will fuel you to keep going. Each completed step makes the next one easier, and before you know it, you're closer to your goal than you ever imagined. One of the reasons people fail to reach their goals is that they never break them down. They set their sights too high, too fast, and it becomes too overwhelming to take the first step. They get paralyzed by the size of the task and then quit before they even begin. But successful people understand that massive goals can only be tackled one piece at a time. It's about progress, not perfection. Another powerful benefit of breaking things down is that it allows you to measure your progress. If you're working toward a big goal and don't break it down, you may not see how far you've come until the very end. But when you take it step by step, you can look back at each task you've completed and realize how much you've achieved. This gives you motivation to keep moving forward. Don't get stuck in the trap of thinking that success happens all at once. Break down your goals into steps that you can handle today and keep moving forward. Whether your goal is to lose weight, write a book, build a business, or improve your relationships, you don't need to do everything at once. Just start with what you can do today, and as you make steady progress, the bigger picture will begin to take shape. If you want to achieve success, you must understand this one principle. Success is not a result of occasional extraordinary efforts, but of consistent, everyday actions. The foundation of lasting success lies in the habits you form. The things you do automatically, without thinking, day after day, are the ones that shape your future. So, if you want to change your life, you must change your habits. Habits are the secret to mastering the ordinary daily tasks that eventually lead to extraordinary outcomes. You see, it's not about waiting for motivation to strike. Motivation can be fickle, and it doesn't always show up when you need it most. But when you have strong habits in place, you don't need to rely on motivation. You simply do what you need to do because it's built into your daily routine. Think of successful people. They don't get up and wonder what they should do next. They don't rely on waiting for inspiration to kick in. They have powerful habits that direct their actions every day, whether it's reading, exercising, planning their day, or working on their goals. They've made these actions a part of their daily life, and over time, these small, consistent actions compound into massive results. Creating powerful habits isn't about doing something dramatic once in a while. It's about making small, disciplined decisions every day. You don't have to start with something big. Start small, but start now. If you want to get in shape, don't think about running a marathon tomorrow. Start by walking for 10 minutes a day. If you want to read more, don't try to read a book in a weekend. Start by reading one chapter every morning. The key is consistency. When you repeat these actions, they turn into habits that become second nature. What's crucial here is making these habits non-negotiable. Successful people don't let anything stand in the way of their habits. It's about discipline, the willingness to do the right thing even when you don't feel like it. When you set a habit, you commit to it no matter the circumstances. Over time, these habits build momentum. They begin to define who you are and move you closer to your goals without requiring constant effort or willpower. But habits aren't just about doing things, they're also about stopping the things that hinder your progress. Identify the bad habits that are holding you back, whether it's procrastination, negative thinking, or a lack of focus, and start replacing them with positive, constructive habits. This shift is not easy, but it is absolutely necessary. The sooner you replace bad habits with good ones, the sooner you'll begin to see progress. Remember, the small actions you take today compound over time. Every positive habit you build today is like laying a brick in the foundation of your success. You might not see the results immediately, but over time, that consistent effort will pay off. Powerful habits are the building blocks of an extraordinary life, so focus on creating habits that align with your goals and watch how they transform your future. If you truly want to create a life of success, you must make habits your best friend. Habits are the silent force that either push you toward your goals or keep you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. They are the everyday actions you take that compound over time and determine the quality of your life. And here's the secret. Habits don't just happen by chance, they're intentionally created. The best part? When you create the right habits, you don't need to rely on willpower or motivation to get things done. They become second nature. Think about this for a moment. Your current life is the result of the habits you've built so far. If you're not happy with where you are, it's not because you haven't tried hard enough. It's because your habits need adjustment. You see, successful people don't just work hard when they feel like it. They work hard because they've built habits that make success inevitable. They've created systems and routines that push them toward their goals, no matter. The first step to making habits your best friend is to identify the habits that are working for you and the ones that are working against you. You have the power to create habits that serve your goals. Want to get fit? Build the habit of exercising every day. Want to learn more? Make a habit of reading or studying daily. Want to improve your finances? Get in the habit of saving and investing regularly. It's not about making huge changes all at once. It's about making small, consistent changes that lead to big results. But let's be clear, habits are powerful, for better or worse. They can either work for you or against you. If you let bad habits take over, you'll find yourself stuck, repeating the same mistakes day after day. But if you make the decision to create positive, productive habits, you'll begin to move closer to the life you want. You must choose your habits with purpose, because they will shape your destiny. Here's another truth. Habits are easy to form, but they take discipline to maintain. It's easy to skip a day of exercise, miss a day of reading, or delay a productive task. But the key to creating lasting habits is consistency. The more you do something, the more ingrained it becomes in your routine. And once a habit is formed, it becomes a part of you. It no longer requires conscious effort. It becomes automatic. The good news is anyone can change their habits. It starts with making a decision to take action and sticking to it. Start with one small habit and commit to doing it every day until it becomes a natural part of your life. Then build on that. Over time, you'll have a foundation of habits that guide you towards success. You'll no longer be depending on motivation because your habits will be doing the work for you. The key is to make habits your ally. They can either hold you back or propel you forward. The question is, which ones do you want to build? If you commit to building powerful habits, habits that align with your goals, you'll find that success becomes inevitable. You won't need to push as hard because your habits will carry you toward your dreams, even on the days when your motivation fades. Build habits that serve you and watch as they transform your life. Life has a way of throwing challenges at us. It's a guarantee. The question isn't whether or not challenges will appear in your life. They already will, and they always will. The real question is, how will you handle them? Will you let them stop you, or will you embrace them as opportunities for growth and strength? Most people avoid challenges. They shy away from discomfort, from hard work, from anything that seems difficult. But the truth is, the best things in life rarely come from the easy path. The greatest rewards come to those who face challenges head-on, who rise to meet adversity with courage and determination. If you want to grow, if you want to achieve anything worthwhile, you must learn to embrace challenges. They're not there to break you, they're there to build you. When you encounter a challenge, don't see it as a roadblock or something to fear. Instead, look at it as a stepping stone, a test that will push you to become better, stronger, and more capable. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn something new, to develop a skill, to sharpen your mindset, and to build your resilience. It's in the struggle, the discomfort, and the setbacks that you find your true potential. Think about it. Success isn't about avoiding the hard stuff. It's about doing the hard stuff. It's about showing up when it's tough, sticking with it when things get complicated, and believing in yourself even when the road seems long and uncertain. Challenges are what separate the successful from the unsuccessful. Those who rise to the occasion, who tackle obstacles with determination, are the ones who end up reaping the rewards. Embracing challenges also means getting comfortable with failure. It's not failure that holds people back, it's their fear of it. Failure is not the end, it's just feedback. It's the process of trying, failing, learning, and then trying again that builds the character necessary for success. When you embrace challenges, you stop seeing failure as something to be feared and start seeing it as part of the process. Every failure teaches you something valuable that you can apply moving forward. Another thing to remember is that challenges often lead to the greatest breakthroughs. The obstacles you face today may very well be the very thing that prepares you for something bigger tomorrow. When you confront a challenge and push through it, you expand your capabilities, you expand your thinking, and you build the kind of confidence that no easy path can ever provide. Don't make the mistake of thinking that challenges are a sign that you're on the wrong path. The fact that it's hard means you're on the right track. Challenges are what force you to grow. The key is to not back down from them. Don't let them discourage you. Meet them with strength and let them fuel your ambition to rise higher. So, embrace the challenges that come your way. Welcome them, because they are the very things that will shape you into the person you need to become. The challenges you face today will be the stories of your success tomorrow. The bigger the challenge, the greater the reward. If you're serious about achieving your goals, then tracking your progress is one of the most powerful tools you can use. It's not enough to just set a goal and hope things work out. You have to measure where you are and where you're going. Tracking allows you to see the results of your efforts, make adjustments when necessary, and stay motivated through the ups and downs. Many people go through life with good intentions, but without tracking their progress, they have no idea whether they're making headway or spinning their wheels. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results. But when you're tracking, you can see exactly how far you've come. And this isn't just about tracking big milestones. This is about tracking the small steps, the daily actions that add up over time. It's the little things that, when measured, show how much progress you're really making. Start by establishing clear, measurable goals. Without clear metrics, how can you know whether you're moving forward? Whether it's tracking how many pages you've written, how many workouts you've completed, or how much money you've saved, numbers give you a concrete way to see your progress. Every time you hit a target, no matter how small, you're building momentum. And that momentum is critical. It keeps you going even on days when motivation is low. But it's not just about celebrating the wins. Tracking also lets you identify when things aren't going according to plan. If you're not making progress, you can step back and ask yourself why. Are your daily actions aligned with your goals? Are you being consistent? What habits need to change? Tracking makes it easier to spot the areas that need improvement before they become bigger problems. It's about being aware of where you are so you can make the necessary adjustments. When you track your progress, you're not just measuring numbers. You're measuring your own commitment and discipline. You're reminding yourself that progress doesn't happen overnight. It's a series of small, consistent actions. And when you see your progress on paper, when you see how much you've achieved, even if it's one small step at a time, it becomes easier to keep going. There's something deeply motivating about seeing your progress in front of you. It shows you that you're on the right path. It fuels your belief in yourself. When the results show up, even if they're small, you begin to see that your efforts are paying off, and that in turn gives you the energy to keep pushing forward. But without tracking, you miss out on that critical source of motivation. You have to make it a habit. Take the time at the end of each day, week, or month to reflect on what you've accomplished. Write it down, compare it to your goals, and evaluate your actions. Tracking isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. The more consistently you track, the more clarity you gain, and the closer you get to reaching your goals. Progress isn't always visible in the moment, but when you track your journey, you begin to notice just how much you're doing. It's the simple act of keeping score that shows you, without a doubt, that you're moving in the right direction. Tracking your progress ensures that you don't get lost in the process. It reminds you that you are, in fact, moving forward, step by step. And the more you track, the more you'll see that success is inevitable. Discipline is the key to turning your dreams into reality. It's easy to feel motivated when everything is going well, when the sun is shining and things are falling into place. But the real test of your character comes when you're faced with challenges, setbacks, and days when motivation seems to disappear. This is where discipline takes over. Discipline is what gets you up and moving when you'd rather stay in bed. It's what keeps you working when you feel like quitting. The truth is, discipline is not something you're born with. It's something you develop over time. It's a muscle that you build through consistent effort, through sticking to your commitments, even when it's hard, even when it doesn't feel good. You might not always feel like doing the work, but discipline means doing it anyway. It's showing up every day and putting in the effort, whether you're excited about it or not. The greatest successes in life aren't built by those who feel motivated every moment. They're built by those who commit to the process, even when motivation fades. It's easy to start something new when the excitement is high, but real success comes from the ability to continue when that excitement is gone. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that the successful ones keep going, even when they don't feel like it. They understand that discipline is what makes the difference. To stay disciplined, you need to have a clear vision of your goals. Discipline is easier when you know why you're doing something, when you understand the end result, when you have a strong sense of purpose. The daily grind becomes easier to face. You're not working just for the sake of working. You're working because each small task, each disciplined action is moving you closer to something that matters to you. Another key to staying disciplined is creating routines. When your habits are in place, discipline becomes automatic. You don't have to think about whether or not you're going to work out or do the tasks that move you toward your goals. You just do them because they become part of your daily routine. Success doesn't come from occasional bursts of effort. It comes from consistent action. And routines make that consistency possible. It's also important to recognize that staying disciplined doesn't mean doing everything perfectly. There will be days when you slip up, when you fall short, when life gets in the way. That's okay. The key is to not let one bad day turn into a bad week or a bad month. The disciplined person understands that setbacks are part of the process. They don't get discouraged. They simply get back on track and keep moving forward. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Discipline is the force that keeps you on track when life tries to throw you off course. It's the foundation that allows you to turn your dreams into reality. And remember, discipline doesn't just apply to your work. It applies to every area of your life, your health, your relationships, your mindset. If you want to be successful, you must be disciplined in all aspects of your life. You must make it a priority to stay focused, to keep your promises to yourself, and to push through when it's hard. When you stay disciplined, you'll look back one day and realize that the journey you took wasn't just about the destination. It was about the person you became along the way. Discipline builds character, and that character will carry you to heights you never thought possible. Stay disciplined, and you'll see how every effort, every challenge, and every small victory compounds into lasting success. Setbacks are a natural part of life. They are not something to avoid or fear. Rather, they are an essential ingredient in the recipe for success. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world have experienced more setbacks than most. What sets them apart isn't that they didn't face adversity, it's that they learned from those setbacks and used them as stepping stones to greater achievements. The first thing to understand is that setbacks are not failures. A setback is simply an opportunity to learn and grow. Too often, people treat setbacks as signs that they're on the wrong path or that they're not capable of success. But the truth is, every setback carries with it a lesson. It might be painful, it might be frustrating, but it's also incredibly valuable if you choose to look at it as an opportunity to improve. Every mistake, every failure, and every obstacle holds a lesson that once learned makes you better prepared for the future. When a setback happens, take a step back and assess the situation. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? This isn't about beating yourself up or feeling sorry for yourself. It's about being honest with yourself and taking responsibility for your part in the situation. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. But successful people understand that the real power lies in owning their actions and learning from them. The faster you can recognize what went wrong and how to adjust, the faster you can move forward. Setbacks are also a great test of your resilience. It's easy to stay positive and motivated when everything is going smoothly, but when you face challenges, that's when your true character is tested. Will you give up, or will you use the setback as fuel to push yourself even harder? The most successful people are those who understand that setbacks are just part of the process. They don't allow temporary failures to define them. Instead, they use those failures as a springboard for greater success. Another key to learning from setbacks is to stay focused on the long-term vision. Sometimes setbacks can feel like the end of the road, especially when you're in the middle of them. But keep in mind that no setback lasts forever. It's simply a chapter in your journey, not the whole story. When you keep your eye on the bigger picture, setbacks lose their power to discourage you. They're just brief detours on the road to your goals. And remember, setbacks are often the greatest teachers. They reveal things about yourself, your approach, and your mindset that you wouldn't have discovered otherwise. They expose your weaknesses and limitations, but they also give you the chance to turn those weaknesses into strengths. After each setback, ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? When you embrace this mindset, you become stronger with every challenge you face. Success doesn't come from avoiding setbacks, it comes from how you respond to them. When you learn from your setbacks and continue moving forward, you gain wisdom and experience that can't be taught in any classroom. You'll develop a depth of understanding that sets you apart from others. Setbacks don't stop successful people, they fuel them to take action, adapt, and come back stronger. So the next time you face a setback, don't let it defeat you. Embrace it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and get better. The road to success is not a straight line. It's filled with bumps, twists, and turns, but the beauty of those setbacks is that they teach you how to keep going when the road gets tough. With each setback, you become more resilient, more capable, and more prepared for the success that's waiting for you.